Let's take a look at the use case for live events and production companies. With the MMG Axis, you can deliver fast deployment with less kit. The Axis allows the convergence of production for live streaming, signal routing, and in-room controls such as screens, cameras, and graphics all in one place. You can connect remotely to allow remote collaboration workflows, and you have a highly robust remote cooler or inter-venue connectivity using the device, and its highly optimized NDI bridge. The Axis is multi-purpose, so it's never going to sit on the shelf in the warehouse. Its uses include signal conversion, so SDI to NDI, NDI to SDI, NDI audio to Dante audio, Dante to NDI, and any hardware connections to or from the Axis can also produce or receive signals in all of these flavors as well. So, for example, you could have a Focusrite connected to the Axis and encode the signal to Dante or NDI, as well as decode a Dante or NDI signal and send it out through the hardware. Note that you would need to install a Dante Virtual Soundcard on the Axis for the Dante applications. The NDI Bridge allows you to join networks from anywhere in the world, either creating a wider network or remote access, which opens remote collaboration workflows. The Axis is a very high-spec vMix or TriCaster Mini S machine with the added functionality of SDI. This means the TriCaster Mini S NDI inputs and outputs can be encoded or decoded to SDI using the Axis. And it can be used as a camera racks and control unit. And one that we love is as a switcher because of the 4 SDI and large volume NDI. So this would do resolutions up to 1080 for the SDI, but up to 4K for the NDI. And it really is time to move away from old school hardware switchers and into this future whereby video world and streaming combine, meaning that you need less kit to deploy robust solutions that allow for in-room video control, as well as broadcast, records, and hybrid workflows, including the all-important remote coolers. The Axis can also be used as a stage box to ingest or decode video and audio. Think of it as an on and off ramp for your signals in and out of AV over IP. As you can see, the Axis is a catalyst for innovation and it can adapt to many more workflows. So once you have it, you'll find there's many more possibilities as well. I'd like to take you through a couple of standardized setups so that you can see here a wiring diagram and what components there are. This particular one shows the Axis at the heart of the production. It is processing all of the signal routing and also dealing with all of the switching as well as the streaming. You can see there it's connected to the internet and bridge for external production. So if you want to do that, then it's there. It's ready to go, and that enables you to, again, work with the remote cooler aspect as well as remote production workflows. You've also got a slides laptop connected up to the Axis, and obviously so that's having the graphics for your client. And you then have a switch, which is the heart of the network signals. The cameras are coming in over NDI in this example, but they could just as easily be SDI, connected and encoded to NDI via the Axis directly. There is also a send and receive from the audio desk. Now, this means that the audio that is in room, so microphones, maybe some playbacks, things like that, are coming into the Axis. We are also sending audio from the Axis to the audio desk, and this would be for any audio for remote coolers or content playback that we're doing from the Axis, as well as to the room, to the sound system. And this can either be hardwired connections or via Dante if you have installed a Dante Virtual Soundcard. There are 2 outputs to physical screens. And screen 1 here, let's assume that's the projector screen or whatever is behind your talent that is coming from the SDI output of the Axis. And it can decode any NDI format that you would like that is within the network. And the same is true for the comfort monitor. Equally, it's really important to remember that all of these feeds can be anything you would like. So if the comfort monitor needs to show just notes or a timer, it can. And if it needs to show more information, then that's possible too. And we can change what signal is being sent to the screens using the UI of the Axis. Not just on the machine, but we can also connect remotely on the network. So we could even do that with an iPad. Just to jump back slightly and go into a little bit more detail, we mentioned remote collaboration. So once the Axis is deployed, any aspect of production can be handled remotely. The operator for the task, such as a camera op, simply joins the NDI bridge and then can operate as if they would in person. And just to demonstrate how robust this is, we've actually done this and tested this whilst driving around the M25 using a 5G hotspot. Another feature that we found the Axis really useful for that I actually didn't envisage at the starting point is project overview. So by having an Axis deployed on site, it means that the NDI bridge functionality can be used. And it doesn't have to be used to be sending signals backwards and forwards from point to point in terms of actually delivering the show. But what it can be really useful for is project managers or directors being able to see and check in on each of these spaces and venues and see how things are progressing on site without actually having to chase anyone for any answers. You have full access to the event, the venue, the space, all of the events remotely and in real time. And the next one, this is a big one. This is IMAG. So with the Axis having the lowest latency on the market, which is 29 milliseconds for an encode or decode, 58 milliseconds for a full round trip, any camera feed can be ingested over NDI or SDI and then decoded and sent to screens in the room to deliver IMAG standard low latency. This means no more multi-layers of cameras that are needed separately for streaming, in-person, IMAG, etc. It all means that it can be done with a single deployment of cameras that deliver for all of the purposes. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, and if you'd like to find out more information or arrange a demo of an Axis unit for your production company, do get in touch. Just drop an email to sales@mmgaxis.io or head to the website for more information, which is mmgaxis.io.